This is the Let's Go Blues Minute brought to you by Puckdoku, the original hockey doku. Now here's your host, Jeff Ponder.
Well, there's one game left in the Four Nations face-off presented by the NHL. Yesterday there was two games, Canada and Finland, and Sweden and the U.S. Let's talk a little bit about Canada and Finland, as it obviously featured two St. Louis Blues players. Final on this one was 5-3 Canada, with Jordan Binnington making 23 saves on 26 shots for Canada. They held on to defeat Finland 5-3 at TD Garden on Monday behind 2 goals from Nathan MacKinnon and 3 assists from Sam Reinhart. For the Finns, Kevin Lankinen made 9 saves on 13 shots before being pulled, and Jussi Saros came in and made 14 saves on 14 shots. Goal scorers, Canada had Connor McDavid score his second, Braden Point scored his first of the tournament, Nathan MacKinnon added his second and third goals of the tournament, and Sidney Crosby added an empty net goal. That was his first of the tournament. For Finland, Esa Lindell scored his first, and then Mikael Granlund, who kind of under the radar, had an excellent tournament. He scored his second and third of the tournament. Of course, his first came in the game-winning goal in overtime against Sweden. Finland scored 3 straight goals in the third period, including the 2 from Granlund, 23 seconds apart to make it 4-3 with 1:17 remaining. But Crosby scored into the empty net with 56 seconds left to seal it for Canada. Goaltender Binnington said, quote, "It kind of got a little scrambly, but Sid bearing that goal in that game management moment, that's a player." The 3 goals from Finland were all skill plays as Finland put the pressure on Canada. Although our friends north of the border will always say the goaltender was bad, this was likely Binnington's strongest outing start to finish. He made 20 consecutive saves before Finland's comeback push at the end of the third period. Also in this game, Blues defenseman Colton Parayko was a +1 and had 1 shot, 2 block shots, and 3 hits in 17 minutes and 26 seconds of ice time in this game. Canada coach John Cooper after the game said, quote, "We came here for this purpose and now it's win one more game, and it just happens to be against the team that beat us after the fireworks that went off Saturday night. I think it should be a pretty good made-for-TV event." So Canada advanced to the final of the NHL-hosted international tournament for the 9th time in 9 tries and will seek its 7th championship. It has won the Canada Cup 4 times and was runner-up once, and won the World Cup of Hockey twice and was runner-up once. And of course, they play against Team USA Thursday night in Boston at 7 o'clock local time. Local time is in St. Louis. And we will have more on that as the week progresses. Well, as far as Team USA goes, losing to Sweden in the final game on Monday 2-1 is a back pocket concern to losing Brady Tkachuk, the net-crashing king of this tournament, who went full force into the post midway through the first period and only returned to the game for a 14-second shift before it was announced his night was over. USA coach Mike Sullivan said afterwards Tkachuk's departure due to a lower body injury was precautionary, and that all signs are pointing towards him playing in Thursday's final against Canada, but there's no denying he could be one of several Americans going into that game feeling less than 100%. Brady's brother Matthew missed the game Monday due to a lower body injury, and whether USA captain Austin Matthews will be available for that one is up in the air after missing Monday's game with some upper body discomfort. It's also unclear if Charlie McAvoy will be healed from his upper body injury in time to play. The Boston Globe reported Monday that McAvoy was admitted to the hospital. Vincent Trocheck was seen shaking off a hand injury before briefly leaving during the first period. He played just 1:53 in the third period and only 10:48 on the night. USA had to tax some of its forwards as it already started with just 11 forwards on the roster. They played a man short all night as they only had so many players who could step up that were healthy scratches in previous games. Jake Gensel, Jack Eichel, and Jack Hughes all played over 20 minutes in this game, with JT Miller playing 19:57 of ice time. Of course, stay tuned to the Let's Go Blues Minute as we will keep you updated on any of these injuries throughout the week. And of course, we have Let's Go Blues Radio recording Wednesday night as a preview for this big USA-Canada matchup.
Wait, Jeff, one more thing.
Well, let's talk about Puckdoku. The big winner yesterday was me again. I beat Bill by my score of 5 to his 8. The best play, though, came from Bill. He played Edmonton goaltender and somebody who was born outside of North America for that square, Kari Taco, 0.3%. That is a name that we like to bring up all the time on Let's Go Blues Radio. And a fun fact about Taco, due to Grant Fuhr's infamous suspension to start the 1990-1991 season, the Edmonton Oilers acquired Taco primarily to back up Bill Ranford. Unfortunately for Taco, Fuhr came back to the club in mid-February, faced with the prospect of being sent down to the AHL's Maine Mariners. Taco instead retired from the National Hockey League on March 1st, 1991. That is how good Grant Fuhr is as a goalie. He is making other goalies retire.
This was the Let's Go Blues Minute powered by Puckdoku. Remember to tune into Let's Go Blues Radio, the original St. Louis Blues hockey podcast and webcast. Available wherever you get your podcasts or on YouTube and Facebook. Until next time, hosers.